the 17th Annual American Music Awards.
In the past, the American Music Awards has recognized deserving individuals with their award of achievement. Tonight, we look back through the 1980s at a unique artist who exploded onto the scene and had a major visual and musical effect on this past decade. He took the joys and concerns of being young and put them into his exciting music and performing style. He took something else. He took chances. Since his career began, Prince has always stretched his musical abilities, expanding those horizons to include producing, arranging, and playing all the instruments on his albums.
You never seem to get a middle ground with this guy. There's no one I've ever met that can just say, well, he's okay. You either hate him or you love him.
Audiences soon began to recognize this tremendous performer, and they proved it, buying over 50 million records and making 9 albums platinum. In 1984, Prince stepped into the world of motion pictures with Purple Rain and walked away with an Oscar for Best Original Score. Prince's third movie brought new challenges. He directed Sign of the Times and captured high praises from critics all over the world. His experience as both actor and director influenced another area: his imaginative music videos. He closed the decade on a high note, composing and producing the double platinum soundtrack to Batman.
Keep busting.
Between his movies, albums, and tours, Prince still took time to write and produce for his friends, like the Bangles, Sheila E., Stevie Nicks, Sheena Easton, and Patti LaBelle. With all that activity, it was only natural for Prince to build his own state-of-the-art studio, Paisley Park, and he began producing hit records in his own unique style.
So he lets the engineer set up the board and everything else, and he tells the engineer to disappear, and he stays in with the artist, with his overdubbing or whatever. And I think that's great. It's a highly personal form of creativity.
Recently, Prince has lent his support to exciting future stars like Jill Jones and Tony Lamont, as well as legends like George Clinton and Mavis Staples. His performances are riveting. His concerts are worldwide sellouts, and his tours have included countless benefits for handicapped children and others in need.
You leave a concert like this inspired. He's actually got the nerve to say, God's alive. How many people can say that?
Prince's influence in the 80s equaled his enormous talent and devotion. And as the creator and inspiration behind the Minneapolis sound, his creativity and commitment constantly motivate his fellow artists.
It was through him that I think I gained my own sense of forget what people say, forget what record companies and other people who think they know what's going on say you must do to be successful. Do what that voice in your head tells you to do.
Prince has entered the 90s with electric energy, brilliant music, and most of all, love. Love of life, love of mankind, and love of God. This is the Award of Achievement. Now, I want to read this inscription to you, okay? Because this is multi-talented artist through his writing and performing, his recordings and motion pictures, and his discovery and support of new musical stars has been a major influence on the look and the sounds of the 1980s. The American Music Award of Achievement goes to Prince. Ladies and gentlemen, Prince!
thank Dick Clark, the American Music Awards, Anita Baker, thank you. Quite embarrassing. I'd like to thank all the wonderful musicians I've had the pleasure of working with over the years. Having talent like that around me has been a great source of inspiration. Another great source of inspiration has been the notion that creating new music is like meeting a new friend. And with that in mind, I tend to try to create something I've never seen before. I guess I like surprises. I hope you do too. I can't thank you enough for this tonight.
We'll return with our hosts, the Judds, New Kids on the Block and more stars on the 17th Annual American Music Awards.